Okay, so I made some revelations since the last time. Turns out harmonics are actually your best friend and they're not to be ignored. So, one of the problems I was running into for my initial approach was I was just strictly looking at what frequencies, what bands had the most energy. But turns out it's pretty deceptive, especially with this recording, because I mean, I'm not gonna say it's of poor quality or anything. It's just a little, I mean, it's a little worse than your average piano recording. There's a lot of reverb going on. It sounds kind of a little muddy, if you will. Like it's missing some information. I feel like that should be there, but anyways, what I figured out was uh you could determine if a note was played just by looking at the transient. And if you can't find the transient on the fundamental frequency, you could find it on the harmonic, and that's how you'd know, okay, well, this note was actually played, or this note was just sustained, there's no transient, things like that. There's also some corrections I wanted to make. So, number one, in the beginning, this first chord, the notes are right, it's just the voicing was wrong. I played it like this, but turns out this A is actually next to the G, so it's it kind of fixed what bugged me when I first played this, because I thought it was maybe just something with the recording, but turns out it's just, see, that's perfect right there. And then the next chord, I played it just like this, but it turns out there's also this E down here actually. So it should sound something like, see that low E, that was like the one missing thing. Um, and then later on, there was one part, I think it was after this, I played this, but turns out this F is not here, so just F, C, D, and G. And then right here, I originally played E, G sharp, A, and then D sharp, but the A is there. Again, it's an octave down. It's not here, so which makes sense because he's doing this thing with these like fifths, right? It's like fifths, fifths, and then fifths. It would make sense to use the same shape, so it should sound something more like something like that. So, uh, corrected that. Next, there was this part. So, I'm not sure if this is here, but I wanted to fix this when I was looking at the spectrogram. I think honestly, he's just playing this. I don't know if I hear a high note or anything, any of these high notes. So I just changed it to that. I'll have to kind of double check. That's one of the last few things I'm not really 100% certain about. Um, then let's get on to the crazy chords because there was a lot of stuff I fixed up there. So let me pull this up. Uh, so this chord I was pretty, that's right. This chord is right. This chord is right. Now this, originally I don't know what the hell I even played there, but it's supposed to be this, and then you do, and then you have, and then this is the more messy part that I wasn't, again, this, I cleaned it up, but I'm still not 100% certain. It sounds something like that. And then I think the last chord was actually something like, like that, and then we get into the rolls. So that's way easier than whatever I was trying to do last time, pressing fucking all sorts of bullshit. So something like that. Don't forget that. See, when I was looking at the spectrogram, so he's playing something like this. He's like B, and then he's almost playing all these black keys, all these sharps. And then he throws in this A sharp right here. And then when I was looking at the spectrogram, it looks like it turns into something like this. Which, I mean, I think it sounds close enough. I wouldn't be, let's just say I wouldn't be surprised if it was either right or wrong. Because it's messy. It's kind of crazy. Now the rolls, I made a lot of progress here. So what I figured out was there is actually this low C sharp, like I said in the first video. I wasn't sure this was like a harmonic or some kind of sympathetic resonance with the piano, but it's there. And also there's this G sharp, so you have this fifth thing, right? Power chord, whatever you want to call it. And what's basically happening is you have C, G, D, like something like that. So originally I thought it was like something like, but there is no G sharp here. It was this, it has this G, but again, I was using the harmonics to my advantage this time, and this was actually just a harmonic I was singing, so it should be something a little like, that's the first roll. The next one is also actually not that bad. You're still playing the C and G. This is constant. So instead you're going to this B. So now you're doing something like, and then the last roll, oh no, I guess it's the second to last. So you have C, G, and then you go C, which is kind of unusual, but then you go, now you throw in this G sharp. Actually, there's a D, I forgot about that. And then the last roll is a bit of a stretch, so I'm surprised I can even pull this off, because again, I don't really play piano. I'm surprised I have this sort of reach, but it's something along the lines of, wait, uh, I think there's supposed to be an F in there too, but maybe it's something more like, oh no, actually I think I know what it is. It is, and then we go back to this kind of slower part. And then instead of doing that little trill down here, you're doing it up here again. Same notes, C sharp, C. Then we get again into the kind of crazy, messy chords, right? Right. All that stuff. And then you end it off with, go down here. I don't know if the camera will actually be able to see it, but I'm playing this. There's this F sharp and then this C sharp. So you're going down here, and what you're playing is this sort of like, I guess this is common kind of voicing on guitar. You'll see this. You could see it as like a suspended second or like an add nine, but something like. But basically, he's going down in like whole steps, I think. So you start with this F, C sharp, G sharp, and then you go G sharp, D sharp, A sharp. So A sharp, F, and then C. Oh, I missed something. Oh yeah, you go down to with a B here. So this part I didn't really practice. I just figured it out like last night. So something like that. So you could just see he's just basically going in whole steps. He's doing that sus2 add 9 voicing. Um, then you kind of have the same thing going on up here. He moves up here and he's doing kind of the same thing, starting on this C sharp. I think it was. What was it? No. And then I think it's just those three up here. And then you get into the last few chords here. So, um, first one is not too difficult. Again, it's almost the same. It starts out with that same sort of voicing, but then you have this F, and then you have this A. I don't think it's rolled. I think you play the whole thing, but then you go down. It's B, F sharp, C sharp, D sharp, and then A sharp. Then you have I think, the very last chord. So this one, I'm still a little iffy about because there's some really dissonant sort of intervals here, but it's this C and C sharp thing that's throwing me off because I see both of these on the spectrogram, but I think I think that's what it is. It sounds close, and then you end it off with my camera might be able to see this, so you start with this F sharp, or no, sorry, A sharp. You go to this F, C sharp, or C sharp, and that's pretty much the whole song. Uh, I already have a MuseScore thing uploaded on my friend's account. You could probably find it if you just search M.I.L with the dots or whatever, rough transcription. I also found out what it stands for. I found Takeshi Abo's website. It stands for mind in Laputan, whatever, I don't know, Laputan. Originally, it was just named after like a family member or his cat, something like that. So, uh, just some interesting trivia right there. Anyways, that'll be all. I'll get started on a more readable MuseScore thing because, as it is right now, the rough transcription I have is kind of unreadable. Like almost everything is in the treble clef, so um, it's just not ideal. I don't have anything. I barely have anything in the bass clef, and part of it was because there's some problems with MuseScore and arpeggiation when you have a chord that's split between two stabs. Um, when you split them and you try to set up the arpeggiation thing, it doesn't sound right. It just sounds messed up. So I'll be getting started on that today. Anyways, that'll be all. I don't know. I think this is probably gonna be the last kind of transcription update video because I'm pretty satisfied with all this other stuff. I don't know if I'll have any other major minor revelations this time. I'm pretty much I think is 95% accurate. That'd be all.